So today we've got the opportunity to unbox another ASUS laptop. As you can see, the first thing we notice about this box is that smart notebook equals smart you. So ASUS is pretty much saying if you buy their notebook, you are smart. Okay. Also on the front, you have that ASUS won 3,056 awards in 2008. Good for them. Okay, and then, oh, this is great. So this is the ASUS Accidental Damage Warranty, which is included in the purchase price of this notebook. It is not something you have to buy extra. 1-year warranty covering accidental drops, spills, power surges, and fire damage. Your laptop gets on fire, and you can still claim warranty support. That's terrific. And then after the first year with the accidental damage warranty, you have their regular global warranty. So that means that you can actually buy this notebook here in Canada. You could move to somewhere else and ASUS would still cover your warranty even though it's a Canadian model. A lot of manufacturers won't do that, and it's region specific. So this is the N61JQ, and it is specifically the 2AJX-2 model. Okay, so that means we've got included features are a 16, you know what? Why don't we just talk about this as we open up the notebook? That might be a little bit more efficient. I've gone and forgotten a knife again, but that's okay, because at least I have my keys on me today. You know, I actually got a YouTube message this morning that someone wanted to buy me a knife and send it to me. He asked me for my shipping address, and I really appreciate the kind offer, but yeah, I don't actually need a handout knife. I just need to be more organized. So the first thing I find inside the box is a power cord. Okay, pretty bog standard power cord, so I'm not gonna dwell on that too much. And then we have a little cardboard insert here that protects the notebook. I'm gonna try and find the accessory boxes first before I take out the notebook itself. Okay, so these two right here are the accessory boxes, and I'm just gonna reach down in there and see if I can fish out some accessories. Okay, then we have the other business end of the power adapter. So there's your power brick. It's rated for, let me see, 19 volts, 4.74 amps. Okay, so it's a relatively high-powered notebook, just because you do have a pretty good dedicated video card in it. It's a 5730 if memory serves, and I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. And yes, it is a 5730, 1 gig. Okay, next we've got the battery, which is pretty big. I believe this is a 6-cell battery. Okay, so you can see it's going to be stylized to match the notebook itself. So we'll install that battery when we actually get the notebook out of the box, and I can show you what it looks like with and without it. Next, we've got a whole bunch of documentation stuff in here. So, ASUS Notebook update information. The System Recovery DVD is no longer included in the product package. If you need to recover your notebook's OS, refer to the section Using Recovery Partition in the user manual for more details. You can also create your own System Recovery DVD, should you so desire. Okay, then we have a bag. Oh, they include an LCD cleaning cloth. That's very nice, made up of a special combination of interwoven microfibers, as well as a little user's manual. Thank you, ASUS. Next, we have the Express Gate manual. So if you don't actually want to bother booting up into your OS, you just need to use your computer really quick, jot a couple notes, or use Skype, or go on the internet. There's like a Linux-based OS loaded right onto the computer that you can boot up really fast. Next, we have a cable tie. That's for your power cable. Then we have the ASUS Drivers and Utility DVD. Don't use this. You basically, I mean, it'll come with everything installed, but then you want to make sure that whenever you reinstall, you're updating with the latest drivers off the ASUS website. Here's the warranty card. Yeah, they want you to complete this and mail it to the address. Register within 60 days and get an extra 1-year accidental damage warranty. Okay, so it looks like you do have to register the warranty to get that accidental damage warranty, but that is a small price to pay considering how much it costs to buy an accidental damage warranty from most notebook vendors. So let's go ahead and put these back in there. That pretty much does it for accessories. So we'll get the notebook itself opened up here. Okay. And there we go. I unveiled it. So I'll just kind of put the box here. And then let's have a look at this notebook. So this is a Core i5 based notebook, as I recall. It is a, oh sorry, it's an i7. This is an i7 based notebook. So this is using Intel's latest and fastest series of notebook CPUs. we go. And it specifically uses the i7 720. It's got 4 gigs of DDR3 RAM because all i7s use DDR3 RAM. And then, as I mentioned before, it has a 4730 notebook GPU, so it's not the most powerful out there, but it's still going to provide a decent casual gaming experience in a very convenient form factor. I mean, it's a notebook, so. Okay, so it includes true entertainment, real sound. So includes video magic, boost DVD quality to full HD, okay. 1 gig dedicated graphics memory and symphonic audio enjoyment. I'd be curious to know what that does. Here's another summary of their warranty, which we already went over. Then we got a little keyboard protector inside here. You know, a lot of people actually keep these. I was surprised to find that out. Around university, I would often see people take this off of their notebook every time they go to use it, because it keeps you from getting little key-shaped dents in the top of your LCD if you're carrying it around in a backpack all the time. Hey, this is cool. This notebook has USB 3.0. I had no idea. Check that out. USB 3.0 is actually implemented into this particular notebook model. You've got GPU computing, 3-finger multi-touch touchpad, so it's gesture ready, and because it features Windows 7, which is completely multi-touch and touchscreen ready, you're going to have a lot of extra support for that. Next, we've got the actual specs of this notebook, which I haven't really gone over in too much detail. It's got a 16-inch HD LED backlit display. It's got a 500 gig hard drive. I mentioned already 4 gigs of memory, 802.11n, so that's wireless N, as well as Bluetooth. DVD Super Multi, so you don't have support for Blu-ray or HD DVD, but you can play back HD video clips as long as they're files with the integrated ATI Mobility Radeon. I mean, the Core i7 could handle it on its own, but whatever. It includes Windows 7 Premium. And then why don't we go ahead and have a look at some of the physical characteristics of this thing. So you've got a glossy top here that has kind of a patterned, this is kind of interesting. It's sort of like a wave or like blade of grass pattern, but they're using little dots to draw the shapes on the top of the notebook. Can you really see that with the camera? No, that's pretty tough to see, isn't it? Can you get it from this angle? Anyway, it's kind of nice looking. It's a little bit classier than just a plain black. And it should also make it a little bit less susceptible to showing fingerprints because you've already got these small swirly shaped patterns on here. So that's a very nice touch. Around the side of the notebook, we find headphones, microphone, USB, eSATA, the DVD multi-recorder right here, another USB, an antenna thingamajiggy there. Then on the back we find the battery, which I'm going to go ahead and just quickly install, and that took not very long to do. And then around the other side we have a Kensington lock, power in, ventilation slot, VGA out, which is, you know what, I've had people say, oh, why do you have VGA out on a modern notebook? The reason is that a lot of projectors need VGA. So if you're going to use this notebook for any kind of serious business use, you better have a VGA port, because the last thing you want is to have some huge DVI to VGA dongle hanging out of your notebook. It doesn't make sense. So they build in a VGA, it costs them next to nothing, and it's very convenient for people who do need that feature. Gigabit, and then there's HDMI. Remember, if you need DVI out, you can always adapt HDMI, and so many things use HDMI natively these days, it doesn't even matter. This is the perfect output combination in my opinion. Got a little express card there, then you have USB 3.0 port and a wireless on-off switch. Moving around to the front, we have an SDHC card reader, just like that. And then let's go around to the bottom, where I am not going to show our viewers the product code for the Windows 7 Home Premium included with this laptop. The lamp in this display contains mercury, okay. So at the bottom we find convenient doors to access the important pieces of hardware inside here. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that down here is your memory as well as your wireless card. And in here, based on this symbol, is the hard drive. They've also got a technical support phone number on the bottom. So it's a 24-hour, 7 days a week except holidays hotline. Very nice. And I think that pretty much wraps up everything that we need to say about the N61J. Thank you for checking out my unboxing, and you know what, that doesn't quite wrap it up, I'm sorry. Here's the power button. Oh, I turned it on. Excellent. And then here is the, oh, cameraman's telling me to wrap it up because we're hitting 10 minutes. Here's the chiclet keyboard. Quite comfortable, well spaced out. You've got a dedicated number pad, which is great for business use. And up here you've got a couple of media keys for volume up, volume down, as well as play and mute. And thank you for checking out my unboxing of the N61J.